Are you just sick of being drained all the time, emotionally, mentally? Are you in a time where you just feel like you cannot handle the stresses of life at this moment, in this moment? We want to go over emotional paralysis today, all right? Because trust me, been there. So for y'all that don't know me, hey y'all, I am Amina Sai, your favorite flower child, as well as the sex educator you wish you had. But you may know me as being the Reiki Master Teacher. I really want to go over it quickly, this topic of emotional paralysis, because many of us experience it, but we are not aware of it. And emotional paralysis is when things in life can get so hard on you that you just feel like you just can't make it. You can't do anything. You don't have the will to get up, the will to move. And emotionally and mentally, the stress and the fear is like on cycle, like on repeat cycle, right? So we want to really tackle ways that we can get over or get through the emotional paralysis. Y'all ready? Here we go. All right, so we kind of gave an definition of what emotional paralysis is. And if you have felt it, raise your hand. Ain't nobody gonna see you, so stop judging yourself, all right? So, when we are facing emotional paralysis, here are 7 steps that we can use or do to get through it. First, we want to remember to breathe, right? Any workshop, any work that I do, I challenge the participant to breathe, right? And when you're breathing in through your nose and out your mouth. But the thing that people forget to do when they breathe is make sure that the breath is going all the way and down into your belly space and you're filling your belly up with air. This is how you know that you are actually breathing correctly, because you're actually breathing life into yourself, life into the situation, and you're reminding yourself that, hey, I am alive. So I want you to take a moment to just breathe, right? Now, step 2, it sounds simple, but it works. Clean up. You might hear people talk about decluttering your space. This actually helps with moving through. It is hard energetically to be able to move effectively when you have so much clutter around you, right? Your outside world is reflecting what is going on within you. So take a moment to look around you and see what things may be out of pace, just maybe too much of, things that you don't need, things that's just in the way. I want you to take a moment today and just declutter your space. It's like telling your mind to free itself, but you're doing it on a physical level, right? So take the moment to declutter and to clean up your space, and then breathe into the new area and see how you feel, right? Now, step 3. I want you to create something new. Well, I mean, how am I going to create something if I don't feel like moving around and blah, blah, blah? But sometimes you want to challenge yourself to do something different, right? If it's not building something, do something that scares you, like public speaking, going to a party or a club by yourself, going somewhere by yourself, anything that scares you, or creating a new experience. I kid you not. Earlier this year, when I was going through the transitioning of my grandfather, I had to take a mental break away from everything that was stressing me out. And I created a yoni steam box. Go on YouTube, find some ways to make something or create something. And it's invigorating, right? I will leave you with a quote that my aunt had told me, is that creation feels like sitting right next to God, right? It's like the experience of being connected to God when you are creating. And guess what? The God and Goddess is already within you. So use that energy to create something new and admire the beauty, or do something different. All right. Number 4, realize that these moments that are numbing you do not define you, right? Oftentimes when we are in the midst of things, we have this all or nothing thinking, right? Everything is crappy, everything is horrible, all men, all women, all this. That all or nothing is not going to serve you in this purpose. or in this point in life, because everything isn't all or nothing. These are just stories that we are telling ourselves, especially when we are in a traumatic experience too. So realize that, this moment isn't the moment, right? It is a moment, a moment. What you do during this time is what defines your character. So you have a choice. It's not all or nothing. The world isn't over yet. It may feel very crappy and it may feel very, very, very bad. But as long as you can still breathe into your body, you can still make some moves for yourself. So remember to never doubt yourself, never challenge or beat up on yourself, even during this time, whatever the situation is. It ain't all or nothing, honey. This is just a moment in time. Breathe and let's follow the other steps to help move through it, right? So, step 5, these times when you are in emotional paralysis, you do not want to compare yourself to other people. I don't know why it is in the human nature to do that. Always looking at how someone else deals with their problems or how someone else, is managing their life or whatever. This is not the time to do that. You have your own journey, just like other people have their own journey. And I'm going to tell you something. My grandfather and my little brother had passed away within the 2 month span, and life was hard for us, sis, right? And you have to remember that your pain is your pain, just like their life was their life and their journey, right? And sometimes we want to fix it. Sometimes we want to go in overdrive. And sometimes we want to be mad at how long we're crying about something. Don't do any of that. It does not serve you any good. Allow yourself to feel the sadness and the sorrow in the morning. But you're not responsible for anyone else's journey, just like they're not responsible for yours. So I don't want you to compare yourself to anyone else and beat up. We're not going to do that. Don't beat up yourself, sis. That's not self-love. And I'm going to say this to you, bro, too. It's not self-love. And don't judge how you are mourning or grieving or going through your processes. All right? Number 6, we want to eliminate fear, right? And we're eliminating fear by doing something as simple as taking the word can't out your vocabulary. I don't care what no one else has told you in your life, but as long as you have breath, you can do whatever is in your mind to do, right? We see miracles every day online. I am amazed at even how, you know, you see people without arms being awesome makeup artists, right? It's freaking amazing. It's freaking amazing. And I'm going to do something that I told y'all not to do in the last one. It challenges me to think, what excuses am I putting in my life or whatever? We're not doing team excuses. We're going to take away the words can't. No one is putting a limit on yourself but yourself. We're going to do can. I can statements. I can, I can, I can, I will, I will, I will, I do, I do, I do. Take the word can't. Never, never limit yourself, and let's eliminate any fear that we have up in this life when it comes down to what we can do in the future. And last but not least, I want you to spend time in gratitude. Gratitude. When you are through the emotional flux of life, you know what I mean? It can be hard to see the good things that are going. But I challenge you to take at least 10 minutes out of your day. Every day, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And be grateful. I'm going to show y'all something. Hold on a second. And I'm not going to edit this because I don't want to do this. This is what I call a gratitude jar, right? And every day, what I do is write on a piece of paper everything good that happened through that day, any money that I have received, any good news that I have received, moments that made me feel good. And you fold a piece of paper up and you create a jar, right? And then this twofold, it gets you in the practice of being grateful for the things that have happened for you throughout that day. It challenges you to always take note of the good things that happen. And then sometimes in the most toughest times, you can go up into your little gratitude bank and you can pull it out, pull something out, read it, and remember it. Memories are like your own personal time travel. Travel, travel into the land of gratefulness. So That has been my talk on emotional paralysis. I pray that this has reached your ears on purpose and at the right time. Life can be tough and it can be draining, but once we are recognizing that we are in a paralysis mode or things just ain't feeling good, there are things that we can do to help us move forward through this time. So I give thanks for you sharing this energy and listening. And I want you to take into practice these 7 steps that'll help you move forward through emotional paralysis. We need you. We love you. Let's share energy in the future. Peace. Amina Sai.